Welcome everyone to another video brought to you by Scottish Warrior 92. Today is a wee special video. I'm going to be talking about a subject that I haven't planned on doing a talk about for quite some time, and I thought I'd give my thoughts upon it. As the title suggests, it's going to be on censorship. Now, I originally was planning on making this video a long time ago. I was planning on making this video in 2008, 2009, but I ended up just saying I didn't have 50 subscribers, and if people actually watched it, it was just randomness. But I thought I'd get this topic and talk about it. Now, if you know what censorship is, I'll explain it. It's basically the guidelines of what you can and cannot see, basically. For children, basically, to see, and what they are allowed to see and what they are not allowed to see. Now, censorship has been around for a long time, and a lot of things have been censored over the decades. But more so in the modern day, with the internet and how accessible a lot of the censored stuff is, more and more people are going on the bandwagon of saying that censorship needs to be much more harsher than it really is. I agree with it on some levels, but I don't agree with it on all levels. I agree that there are some things that are children under the age of 16 that are not really meant to see at that age because they won't understand what it is. But unfortunately, I can't really say that I wasn't one of these kids that looked on the internet for stuff. I did look on the internet for stuff that I overheard. Porn, naked girls, naked guys, dicks, sex, you name it, I searched it. And I saw my first naked body when I was like 13, and it didn't fuck me up. But I do agree with them that there are some things that children aren't meant to see. But as I said, I was planning on making this video in 2000. Because I saw a video on YouTube while I was playing Mass Effect that it was on Fox News. I'll leave a link to the video in the description, also an annotation if I can find it. If I can't, sorry. But this video basically was a debate on how strict censorship should be. Basically, they'll call them the Xbox, the sex box, because Mass Effect, basically, as this lady put it, who had never played a game in her life. She even says that she'd never played a game in her life. Well, probably Pac-Man, but you know what I mean. Basically, that it portrays women as achievements and sex objects, and basically teaches children that you can treat any woman like this and get away with it. And the guy who was on the side of the Xbox, on the side of Mass Effect, who was represented for Xbox Magazine, basically said, "Have you played the game?" And she went, "No, I've never. I don't want to play the game." She says, "Then shut the fuck up." He didn't say it in those exact words, but that's basically what he said. She had no right to say that because she'd never played the game. She probably saw the romance scene, and it is a romance scene. It is not just a flat out sex scene, because only nudity in Mass Effect is a bare ass and a side boob. That is it for both men. For the women, it's a side boob and an ass. For men, it's a dick. It's a dick. Yeah, you see dick. It's an ass and some abs. That is it. That is all you see. Excuse me. And this woman pissed me the fuck off. And I'm kind of glad I have a long time to think about it because I have got a lot more thoughts on it. Now, the whole thing with censorship is there are some things that need to be censored, but there are other things that don't need to be censored. I'll use an example. Artists. Artists have free reign to paint and depict whatever the fuck they want. And they can get, and a parent can go, "That is artwork, son, daughter. That is artwork." Of course, they wouldn't show them a fat or naked body, but that is artwork. They can depict whatever they want. But when it comes to games, they can't, because there's so many restrictions. Now, in my opinion, the only people who basically say, now this is a stereotype, but I'm pretty sure there are others out there who basically say games are going too far with the violence and nudity. Basically parents and guardians who were too stupid to read the fucking back of the box. On the back of every game that is released, it has an age rating and a quick brief summary of why it is rated this game. I'll take an example. Saints Row 2. It says in the back of it, this contains strong violence and other random stuff, and is rated 18 for that reason. Read the back of the box, parents and guardians. Read the back of the box, and if you don't like what it says on that wee age thing, which is the bottom left hand corner, Even on the front of the fucking cover. If you don't like that, and you don't like what it says it has, put the game down and say, no, you're not getting that game, you're too young. That's all you need to fucking say. But unfortunately, a lot of parents will end up saying this, oh, but I didn't buy them the game. He went over to his friend's house and played the game, whose parents bought their son the game or daughter the game. Then it's not your fucking fault. You can't, like, the thing is though, the more you tell a child no, the more they want it. I know I was like that when I was a kid. The more my mum said no, the more I wanted it. But I obeyed my mum, and I didn't play the games she didn't want me to play. I watched films instead. I watched Freddy Krueger when I was 10. And I'm fucked up in the head now. I'm crazy. But it's stupid. Like, you can't, like, unfortunately the thing is though, even if the parent doesn't buy their son or daughter the game, they'll have friends who will have the same console as them, whose parents will probably have bought them the game, and they will go over to their friend's house and they will play the game. You can't stop that, unfortunately. You can say, I don't want you to do this, but then they'll go, can I get a loan of this? And the kid will hide it, get up to the room, play it while you're sleeping, or you're out during the weekend, or something like that. That is a sad fact, unfortunately. And even that, if a kid can't get it by game by any means whatsoever, any means, friend, buying, renting, whatever, the YouTube, the internet, all they need to do is type in Mortal Kombat fatalities, and they'll get the entire list of Mortal Kombat fatalities, and all the goriness. And that's sad. That's unfortunate. Now, I'm not saying that. Now, a lot of these parents will end up saying, "But video games make kids violent." No, they don't. No, they fucking don't. Fair enough. There are some cases where kids who kind of go a little and try and recreate stuff from games. Like a few years ago, I think there was in America. I think these two kids tried to recreate a scene from Grand Theft Auto and shoot a car. In my kidding, those kids were a little because I've never felt the urge to go and try and shoot someone and beat up a hooker and steal a car. And I played Grand Theft Auto. I don't feel the urge to go and shoot a gun. I don't want to shoot a gun. I have tried other things from games, like I've tried martial arts. I've tried I've done a wee bit of gymnastics. I've done a wee bit of rows now. The things that can be done, like I've done a wee bit of crossbow. I fired a crossbow, blowgun. I've done wee stupid things, the stuff that I've had a parent and guardian with me when I done them. I'm not that stupid. And a lot of these parents just use that as an excuse. And a lot of these campaigners who say games need more censorship are just using that as an example. And they're basically saying, we have to restrict what art is being made. Because gaming, back in the days, gaming was just a side thing. It was an entertaining thing. Pac-Man, Pong, Super Mario Brothers, they were things that people played for casual things. But now the games have got more advanced and they are an art form now. And you can't restrict them for what that. Fair enough, there are some things you might need to restrict. But fuck, I just want to say one thing actually. PC games have more freedom and restrictions than Xbox 360 games or PS3 games. For one simple reason, and I can use a game as an example, The Witcher 2. The Witcher 2 has full out sex scenes. I shit you not. If you want, I'm not saying do it, go into YouTube and type in The Witcher 2 and you will see what there is. The Witcher 2 has full-fledged sex scenes and it is a PC exclusive game. It is coming to consoles in about a year, I think, and I can probably guarantee there will be a lot of taking out. I can guarantee it. That's because consoles are cheaper than gaming PCs. Now, I agree, as it says in this video about a dozen times now, I agree with censorship on a certain level, but you can't restrict game developers for doing their job and trying to give people an experience. BioWare is an example of this, because a lot of people say that BioWare, because of what happened with Mass Effect, BioWare have been playing it safe. And what the fuck is going on in my life? Have been playing it safe with the romances, because BioWare, back in a minute, BioWare probably had to, with the new publisher EA probably knew about the thing that they got a few years ago on Fox News about it. Says, well, you can't exactly go that far again now, can you? So that's probably why romance scenes in Dragon Age were a little less, a little less of the, and a little more of the humping, dry humping basically. But even then, the PC had mods. All you need to do is go into dragonnexus.com, download a nudity mod, and you're sorted. But a lot of people got it on consoles, and it's just sad that game developers are so restricted some these days with censorship. I can actually name a franchise for an example. The Call of Duty franchise. I could actually do a whole video on what I think of the Call of Duty franchise, but that basically is one of the biggest selling first-person shooters out there, and parents have no problem with their kid playing that. Have their kids playing a war game involving killing terrorists and killing other people online, they got no problem with that. But when they see a fucking half-naked side boob bare ass of Sari, they're all up in arms. Oh, we can't let our children see nudity. They've seen blood, they've seen gore, they've seen people being ripped to shreds, but we can't show them nudity. That'll warp their fragile little minds. Fuck up. It's absolutely ridiculous. The amount of lengths they go in. Oh, but it will depict women as a sex symbol. And then you go, it's a role-playing game. You can play as a man or a woman. You can romance a man or a woman. You can even go through the fucking game without romancing anyone. And it's so fucking frustrating these days. Because, now, I admit I'm a little bit of a pervert. A little bit. And I like a wee bit. Like, Mass Effect, in my opinion, has the best romances from BioWare games because you actually, like, no, not the best, of course, there are better ones, but the best depiction of an end game romance, if you will, because it actually shows them that getting intimate. It doesn't show like full on, yeah, get it in there. It doesn't show that. All it does is show them getting very intimate, cuddly. Fair enough, the Asari one does show a little strip dance, if you will. The Yara does show her ass and move her hips in a very nice way, I must admit. But it doesn't show her getting Commander Shepard plugging his dick into her alien pussy. Does it? Because if it does, show me. I'll concede. I'll agree that's a bit much. It doesn't show that. And these fucking stupid ass parents who are too fucking stupid to read the back of the cover are blaming game developers when they should blame them fucking selves. Now I'm not saying they're bad parents. They're just stupid. And it's just absolutely nice. My mum, lucky enough, reads the back of every game cover I own. But now that I'm 19, she says, you get the game, it's your own consequence. Because I get games now with my own money. If you don't want your kid playing a game that has blood, guts, nudity, sex, portrayal of hookers, and outright flamboyant shit, Dante's Inferno for example, then don't pay the money to get them the game. It's your money, parents, and if your kid says, Mommy, can I get Dante's Inferno? It's a really good game. And then the person, okay, let me have a look. Okay, here you go and get the game. No, you go, okay, let me see the back of the cover, please. Okay, let's see. Extreme violence, nudity, and blood and gore. Okay, you can get the game. No, you go, sorry kid, sorry son, sorry daughter, you can't get this game, it's too old for you. That's all you need to fucking do. Read the back of the fucking cover. Even the trailers say it. Do a bit of fucking research. It's absolutely out fucking outrageous with some of this shit that goes on. It's just stupid. I fucking hate these people that blame it on the game developers. And saying, oh, the game developers went too far. It's an art form. Would you tell, I'm not too big on the arts, but all I know is Picasso. Would you tell Picasso not to cut off his fucking ear and paint it? That's probably one of his best paintings, probably. I don't know. Would you tell him to do that? No! He was a fucking he was nuts! Cut off his fucking ear and painted himself doing it. It's a load of bullshit. It's a load of fucking bullshit. I've rambled on for 15 minutes and I've probably repeated myself a dozen times, but it just pisses me off, this topic, and I could ramble on for an hour about it. But all I wanted to do is get my view across. And I think that sometimes censorship goes a tad too far. On some levels I agree with it, but not on all levels. If you start censoring game developers, they're going to be very restricted to what they can do. They can't show blood, they can't show gore, they can't show this, they can't show... It starts with nudity, and then it goes, you can't show blood, you can't show bullets, so we end up getting games where you're firing bubbles at each other. That's what it'll end up being. Now, I could ramble on for another 20 minutes about this, but I want to know what the clan thinks. So let me know what you think. Sorry if I hurt anyone's eardrums. I do tend to shout a lot. But feel free to tell me what the clan thinks. Please don't hesitate to comment down below and tell me what you think. I really would like that, and I'll read a couple quick. And in my next video, one involving censorship, I will read a couple of the comments out. And as always, if you don't want to leave a comment and you agree with what I said, please don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. If you don't agree with what I've said and you don't want to leave a comment, click the thumbs down button. And if you want to see more videos like these, please don't hesitate to click the subscribe button up above my head. And as always, leave the video requests down below, and if I can get to them, I will do them. And as always, I'll see you all later. This is Scottish 492 out.